Today on Pro Church Daily, we're talking about how a church of 125 people reached more than 6,000 people for free.
Well, hey there, and welcome to Pro Church Daily, the show where in 10 minutes or less you'll get your daily dose of tips and tactics to help your church share the message of Jesus while we try and navigate the biggest communication shift we've seen in the last 500 years. I'm your host, Alex Mills, joined as always by the boss man, it's Brady Shearer, and today we're talking about how a church of 125 people reached over 6,000 people for free?
Every single day, weekday, we publish a new episode of Pro Church Daily, sharing with you tips and tactics to help your church navigate this digital world and help accomplish your mission statement. And we love to share success stories that prove this stuff works.
Yeah.
Alex, this success story came into you first, so take it away.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I got a message to the Pro Church Tools Facebook page, somebody from Pro Church Nation asking this question. He says, how do we get increased shares on our Facebook page? He was asking, is there like a specific form of content that we can post that's like guaranteed to get more shares? And I responded to him and I said,
cat videos.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, that should have just been my answer. Cat videos, send.
If you can train a cat to do something a human would normally do, the formula is there.
Yeah, and so that's not wrong. That's probably the outlier. Like, cat videos will get more shares. But outside of that, I don't think there's like one variety of content that gets more shares, like whether it's a video or a post or a photo. But what I said to this guy was like, shares are the ultimate form of public endorsement. It's somebody who follows your church Facebook saying, hey, this is I endorse this so much, I'm going to share it with, my 1,000 friends who aren't associated with this Facebook page. So what I said to him was, to get a share, it has to do everything with the content and not the medium. So it's not a video that's going to get shared more than a photo, or it's not a photo that's going to get shared more than a text post, but it's the actual content of the post that is going to connect with your follower, on a level where they say, oh, like, the people that I'm friends with on Facebook could really benefit from this. So I'm going to share this on my personal Facebook and say, like, I endorse this.
Boring.
It is kind of boring. But I said there is one thing you can do. And we've talked about this before, and it's run a contest.
Let's go.
And so this guy took this advice, he ran with it, and he said, okay, I'm going to run a contest, and this is what he did. So he told his church, he said, for every share of this post, you'll get an entry. So if you share it once, you get one entry, twice, 2 entries, you get it. And the winner is going to receive a church-branded coffee mug, as well as a $25 gift certificate to a local coffee shop. So that's fun. You get a coffee mug and a gift certificate to the local coffee shop, and that's a fine price, super cheap for them. And so they posted this contest, and the church is about 125 people, including children. And he said before this contest, they were averaging about 5 to 10 shares a week on their content. Their current social media strategy is based on like multiple types of content posts that go out every day. So like photos with text, funny articles, live videos, silly, fun questions. And then on Saturdays, they post comics. So they posted this contest, and in 1 week of promoting this giveaway, they had 119 shares. So almost equal the amount of people that attend their church they had in shares. And analytics in just this 1 week showed that they reached 5,916 people with this content. So at the time he messaged me, those were the stats, but the contest was still going, and so it would have pushed well over 6,000 at that point. I sent this to you right away. I took a screenshot of this guy's message. I sent it to you. I'm like, look at these numbers, because this is outrageous. And it just proves that this stuff works. And for a very minimal investment from this church, a $25 gift card, it costs your church basically nothing. You already have the mug, and people share this content like crazy. This stuff works.
Okay, a couple points that I want to hit on. One, this church did this over the course of a week.
When he messaged me, it had been running for a week, so I don't know how much longer it ran, but those stats were
So this wasn't for a single post. Right. It was like, okay, if you share Monday's post, that's 1 entry. If you share Tuesday's post, that's 2 entries.
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. 2, we have titled this episode, How a Church of 125 Reached 6,000 for Free. 2 options here. You can pay for the gift card, and then it's not free. It's $25.
Right.
But
it might as well be free.
I have found that if you go to a restaurant, especially a local restaurant, and say, hey, will you donate a $25 gift card? We're going to do this big giveaway. It's well worth their exposure for a $25 gift card. There's a reason gift cards are so popular within the restaurant industry, within all industries, because they never get fully spent almost ever, and restaurants actually earn money on them. And so it's well worth their, like, you know, hey, sure, it doesn't mean we're giving away $25 of free food necessarily, and 6,000 people are going to see this. You know, you could use this as a case study. Next time this church could say, last company that did it got 6,000 people saw it. Hey, would you give us a $50 gift card? Or leverage someone within your church. If you have somebody who works at a restaurant, who owns a restaurant, who owns really any good or service that someone would find valuable, and you could use that, they could just donate it for free. And then let's compare this to other options. Oh, well, one final point of clarification. You mentioned that it doesn't really matter which type of content that you share when it comes what kind of content you publish when it comes to shares. The only point of clarification that I would add there is that you're right. Text, video, photo, if it's good, it gets shared, except when it comes to the algorithms. Because the algorithms will prioritize certain types of content, namely video, which then gives you more at-bats, more opportunities to be shared. And so both of those things can be true at once. Compare this to a story that I shared and has happened not too long ago when I was at a conference, a local conference, meeting with a number of pastors. A church of about 125. Pastor comes up to me, talks about how he spent $5,000 to pay for a billboard for 1 month in a rural area where his church is. 6,000 people reached for free using this share contest technique versus $5,000 for a billboard. Now, what's funny is that when you go to a billboard company, I imagine they would say something like, did you know that 30,000 people drive by this intersection every month? And you're like, 30,000. My church will grow by 30,000. Do it. Sign me up. And that's why reach really isn't everything, but it is kind of the first point on the map. It's that attention. It's the ability to get in front of someone's eyeballs. And what's amazing about social media and digital and the internet is that we now have these platforms that have obscene amounts of attention, unlike anything we've ever seen in human history. And we get to leverage those platforms, in many cases, for free. And you know what? A reach can be a little bit of a vanity metric. Just because you have 6,000 people reached, does that necessarily parlay into attention, into next steps, into giving, baptisms, salvations, disciples? Not necessarily, but it is the necessary first step.
Of course.
And if you don't have that reach, if you don't have that attention, it doesn't really matter because you can't get to the steps that are successive after that. And so this is an amazing technique, strategy that your church can try for free, even if you're a small church, and you can see amazing results.
I mean, comparatively, our church picnic is this Sunday, and we decided to put some money behind our Facebook event for this church picnic this year. So for 2 weeks, I put $50 behind it, and it's just about to come to an end, and we've reached, I think, 1,300 people. So comparatively, you know, we put twice as much behind boosting this event as this church invested in getting a gift card, and we're reaching, you know, like a third of the people. And so just comparatively, that's the power of sharing on Facebook. And this is how you can get more shares for free.
Because it is that ultimate endorsement of another's content. And it's the digital version of you basically calling up your friends, except you can call up every single friend at once and say,
even the ones you don't know,
hey, guess what? We're doing X, Y, and Z at our church. Leveraging those personal networks, always the best way to reach new people. And you can do it digitally as well.
Awesome.
And that'll do it for this episode of Pro Church Daily. We'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Pro Church Daily. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications so you never miss another Pro Church Daily.
And don't be shy. Hit the like button so we know you enjoyed this video.
Don't be that person that just watches every day. You know who you are. And you never comment. Okay, at least like the video. Hit the like button. Smash it.